BL3, Raiders of the North Sea, Part 1. Let's get straight into it. The weather is bad. Me, the German player, has the initiative. We're using the inset map from the North Sea, so we're using this little bit. I almost feel like I should take this whole board away, but I need the board for charts and things. Let's see. Enemy and unidentified. This is unidentified British task force and a British submarine marker right there. 2 hits to destroy a British convoy. Convoys may not disperse. Special rule: do not transfer task forces to port boxes. Task forces must remain on map unless completed. All right, we'll keep that in mind. We start with Marshall. He has that 6 ability to change any die roll to a 6. Oh, we have that one. Scharnhorst. And the Hipper. And we also have reinforcement A in Kiel. And that is that one and the Colne. So, I'll mention rule about Bergen over here. Unidentified British task forces and those with a convoy may complete in Bergen, but it is a neutral port and does not trigger intel for either side, British nor German. Bergen does not have a port box in this scenario. Okay, and finally, we have B-Dienst. B-Dienst. When the Germans have the initiative or during setup, you may attach a intel British marker to a British trajectory segment. You may do this at any time, but only once during the scenario. So we can either place this now, or we can save it for later. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and place it now. I want to get off on a strong footing, I think. And since we got one target already on the board, we might as well take a shot at it. Man, I got a little glare on this. See if I can soften that up a little. And maybe drop down. I'll have to. Can't really do a whole lot about that. Sorry. But we're going to go ahead and put the intel marker on there. I want to get off on a good foot. Start out strong. So, let's begin. Since he can complete. Oh, no, he can't because he's got the intel marker. Maybe I should just leave it on him instead of searching him out. What else would I do? Try to bring my reinforcements in? That's actually not a bad idea. It would roll under very slow conditions. But if I get a shattering result, that's not going to affect him. Strategy. You see that I put it closer here. I'm trying to avoid airstrikes as best as possible, because those really runch me. I think it's time for our old pal, the signals action. Put simply, like that. Okay. This allows time-lapse for us, but obviously nothing to time-lapse. This allows the British to seize the initiative. They do not. Good for us, because I can't imagine you can guess what our next move is. That's right. We're going to trajectory up there and see if we can't engage. You go there. We'll go around the submarine. Thank you very much. there, and of course, you know, Unfortunately, that's going to give us an intel marker, which is going to allow him to attempt to interrupt. So this may go south fast. Yes, our next trajectory now. Oh, wait. Yeah, there is no time lapse unless I pass. So what I need to do is let him, I believe, interrupt, since we are trying. Yep. Yepper. I can move this up for a second to look at my interruption table. No modifiers. 7. A -1 to our result. So we'll give that, mark that to the British, but it doesn't stop us. That's good. Okay. You can come back down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on engage. Oh, that's 2 columns up. That's going to be a problem. Let's take a look. Germans. Ooh, I need big numbers. Phew, this is going to stink. With a -1. Ugh. Oh well, it is what it is. That's a 5. That's going to be a big old fat mess. Okay. So be it. Time lapse for our fast fleet. No, bad weather. Bad weather. Bad weather. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come off. And now it is time to vie for initiative, wherein they get a +1 to their die. Aha, we're still in business. All right, all right. So, guess what that means? We are going to do the same thing we did before. Engage action. British get to interrupt. They roll a 6 on the interruption table. Same result as the last time, which is a -1 to the die roll. And now we are on a much smaller trajectory, the 1 to 4. We got better odds. Still not great. -1. 8, 7. Arg. I think that's going to be a miss. Arg. Arnold. Yes, we miss again. Shoot. All right. Time lapse. Yes, thank you. Oh, well, technically we roll the dice, but intel limit. That's what we would do. Intel limit. And we are a station. Now, can we keep the initiative and really bring this guy down? Gonna be tough with a +1 initiative on their side. Wait a minute. Should that be a +2? Hang on. Yep, I rewound the tape, and yes, we should have gone to +2 for this vie for initiative roll. So now let's give it the roll. They're gonna have a 7. No, wait a minute. Now, there's an interesting question. Is 7 a possible number? Or, I think so. Everywhere else it is. Why wouldn't it be a 7 here? Because I was thinking, well, it can only go as high as a 6, and therefore it's a tie, and therefore I keep initiative. I kind of don't think that's the case. Yeah, it's got to be everywhere else in this game. The number goes higher than, with modifiers, goes to the higher number. So there's absolutely no reason that, even though I don't see a specific rule on that, that's got to be. As wishful thinking as it is, I'm going to have to lose the initiative here. So, it is British turn. All right, we are on the early table. When British have the initiative, use the British action tables, blah, blah, blah. Start by using the early table. Use the late table after a battle has occurred or was triggered. and by battle closing in or skirmish result or after an airstrike action. Has been performed by either side, but not a stealth attack. Okay, fair enough. So let's roll on the early table for the British. Oh, check the weather. Weather remains bad. Okay, well, no airstrikes for me. I like that. That's good news, actually. What are they going to do? They're going to do 4. 4. Showing a convoy. Convoy. Select a British task force with a convoy in it. Proceed to action. If none in play, technically yes, because that is an unidentified task force up there. If none in play, roll a die. If 1 and 4, create a new task force in Bergen and place a convoy in it. If 5 to 6, create it in Mithil instead. Then initiative change. Well, interesting. Very interesting. Okay. 1. So yes, we will be making the convoy. Hang on. Okay. In Bergen. Convoy. And we know it. And then initiative change. Wow. Okay, well, that's actually, I don't mind that so much. Because guess what? That means we get to naval engage that other guy. Okay, so the initiative changes hands. Make a convoy and the initiative changes. Fine. Okay, so Germans, to me, we check the weather. Stays bad. Fine by me. All right, I guess you'll never guess what I'm going to do now. That's right, our old pal, the engage action. And this time on the 0 column. 1, 2, no, I can't coordinate with anything. That would be a 0, so they wouldn't do it. Okay, looks like a straight roll on the engaged ship. I think we're gonna get them. Maybe. 7, closing. Let me read closing real quick. Well, it would only be a battle if our task force is faster than theirs, and there's only one way to know that. So this is where the unidentified comes in. We're there, we're checking them out. We're going to identify them. We go on our table here. We roll 1d6. And, oh brother. We're going to have us a little fight here. Well. Number 1, battle cruiser. Cruiser. Guess what I have? Battle cruiser. Cruiser. Oh yeah. Let's get it on. Oh, wait. Mistake. Battle cruiser. And this is all going to be a fast fleet. We're not faster than them. We're the same speed as them. That is not going to be a battle. That is going to be just contact. But we have the Repulse, the Renown, and the Fiji in that task force. They are a match for us. My battle cruisers have a little bit better of a bonus on their extreme range. That's about it. And I have Marshall, who can change a roll to a 6. So that would be an interesting battle if it happens. But it's just closing. It's contact. The engage. We did not have intel on that engage marker, so there was no interrupt. I thought for a second I might have screwed that up. But now the British get to vie for initiative once again. we retain the initiative. And now, what shall we do? Well, first of all, one correction. They lost the initiative, so they should get +1 there. The other thing we have to do before we decide is check the weather. It does change to good. And you know what? That means better battle conditions. Now, I'm sitting there mulling in my mind. From victory point perspective and being strategic that way and playing the game, I should perhaps risk less losing victory points to a bunch of damage from a battle here and go after this convoy for easy victory points. However, I got this itching desire to roleplay this. The idea that this German fleet, which is a match, slightly more than a match, just slightly, than this British task force, I think a captain there says, I can't go home, and said I just wussed out when I had an opportunity to fight a pretty tight battle. So I think I gotta do it. I gotta try to get a battle here going, and I think that's definitely going to happen. So we are going to do the engage and see what happens. Okay, and this will be well, first we actually have to do it. We have to engage him, and I think it's 4. The only thing that could happen is it end up being a 1-round battle. Do we have any? We have a contact marker. That does make a difference. Yes, contact marker on a fast fleet will be a +2 to my die roll on the engage. Okay, let's see what we got. 4, 6. Okay. Sigh. So we're going to end up with a 1-round skirmish battle. Let me double check that. Skirmish. Well, same as contact. But if the active TF player is faster than the target, the active player may initiate a limited battle. I'm not faster. That's just contact, which doesn't do anything. So I can't bring him to battle on that roll. Boy. Okay, fine. Fine. All right. What does this mean now? And we don't stack contact markers, so it stays. Engage. There was no intel on our part, so he didn't get to interrupt. There's no time lapse to speak of. And so we're vying for initiative again, and he has a +1 this time. And he gets the initiative. And we're going to roll for weather for him. Weather remains good. Okay. Okay, I'm going to cut this one a little short. Saturdays are a little tricky for me to get out the video and get playing and all, editing and all that stuff. So we'll come back to this where we left off, and I'm going to try to find a better angle so we get some of this glare off this shiny inset map, and we'll try to go from there. But thanks for watching.